Let me show you how I got these cute Bantu knots. So I started off with using Janae Collection's braiding hair rack that they sent me. I love it. I had lost my other one, so I'm glad I got a new one. I'm using their easy split pre-sectioned hair, and this is how their hair look. So I like that it comes like this already separated so it can be easily applied on the braiding hair rack. Anyways, I'm using Esha Slick and Slay braiding hair gel in the scent Peach, and this is how it looks. So I just applied it on my boxes of my hair. Now, the back part of my hair, I did not do too much of parting. I had my husband help me because I was struggling. My arms were really tired, and my hair is so thick where it just really made it hard for me to even see my parts. But with this hair gel, it actually helped separate my parts and clean it well, so that was a plus. To start my box braid, I just kind of got 2 strands of the hair that I had and flipped them over and did all of that. I can't really explain it, but that was just to create the knot. So here I am. I'm just speeding it up for y'all. But yeah, this is where it gets really tiresome for me because, man, holding it like this really takes some patience and time because I was getting tired. But after I do this one part to secure it, I end up turning my arms around like that so you can see that it's more easier to braid in that way. Initially, I was going to have my braids like this, but then at the end, you'll end up seeing that I end up changing it and did like a bubble braid with it. For the rest of my hair, I'm just doing the same process, but this time I am going to be winding my hair into a Bantu knot. This style took me about maybe like an hour and a half to actually complete. Now, the first day I did do my washing, my blow drying, and my parts, which took a little bit longer. And then the next day I just started doing my hair. If I would have done this all in one day, ooh, y'all, I would have been doing this like from day to night to morning the next day. So I really did have to take a break with this. This is not really hard to do, but at the same time, when you have a lot of hair, or even if you don't, I'm just saying, like, regardless, doing your own hair yourself is gonna take some time. when it starts to get more easier for me because I can see what I'm doing here. Anyways, I'm just doing the same process. I mean, you putting that slick and slay gel on, you smoothing it in your strands, and I got that part right there. And I just apply the rubber band. I was planning on unwinding some of these as I go to sleep because, you know, sleeping in these ain't really that possible. I mean, it's possible, but you ain't gonna be getting that much sleep, okay? You're gonna be tossing and turning and everything. So I just made sure that I made it easier for me to go to sleep at night, okay? This is around the point where I was like, okay, I'm tired of braiding my hair. I was tired, y'all. But as you see, that braid raggedy. But I was like, you know, it don't really matter too much because I'm going to just be winding it into a Bantu knot. So just keep that in mind. Like, your braids do not have to be perfect. You know, as long as the style comes together, it should be fine. But as you see, I'm just repeating the same process. It ain't really much to say here, but I will say that I like this hairstyle, okay? I'm not too much of a big Bantu knot fan. That's why I haven't done them a lot because I felt like my head looked too big. I don't know. I just felt like my head was big. Adding these cornrows or these braids in the front kind of made me feel more comfortable because if I didn't add any like pieces in the front, I would feel like I'm just showing too much face. I don't know. I just feel like my big face, little hair, you know, Bantu knots, you know, they're small, I guess, but it felt like my face was just big. I'm just doing some feed-in braids here. I am not a pro at this. I mean, I'm just now starting to do these things. So I was like, let me see how this works. I hope it works. So I really didn't know how this part was about to turn out. So I just really took my time. Okay, I applied like 3 strands in there. So after that, this is how it looks. So I just repeat the same step on the other side. And then as you see, I'm just applying some bubble braids here. Like I said before in the beginning, I had it along, I put the braid all the way to the end, but I decided to make it look like this. So I was like, okay, it is definitely coming together. And so for this part, I just did kind of like a Bantu knot, I guess you could say. I just got my finger, secured it that way and went up with the braid, winding it up, winding it down, and just kind of made it secure. And I just rubbed my hands together with the hair so that way it can actually stay. And to be real with y'all, it is sometimes hard to explain what I'm doing, so I do kind of try to leave it more visual so you can see what I'm doing, because how do I explain what I just did? But anyway, so this is braiding hair that I had used, of course, the one that I put in my head already, but I decided to add some curls in here, so I did like a perm rod set with that. So I did wrap it around the perm rod and then set it in some hot water, and that's basically how the curls came out to be like that. Let me know if you want to see a video on how I did that as well. So with this, I'm adding the hair in. I am just winding it around here, nothing too fancy or whatever, just applying and making it look cute. After I apply the curls, the last step that I'm going to be doing is applying some hair jewelry, because it ain't a real style for me if I ain't adding no hair jewelry, okay? So I just applied it on my bubbles as well, and this is how we're going to turn out looking like this. Now this is the back part of it. I'm glad it looked good. And this is the front part, the sides, the all of it, okay? So I'm glad you enjoyed this video. At least I hope you did. But I love this hairstyle. Let me know if you want to see more like this. If you like this video, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, okay? Love you.